Go off and then we'll go back on. God. Welcome to Echo Park Stadium. Jake Stewart here, alongside my good friend Cameron Kreitz, broadcasting some soccer for you tonight. Regis Jesuit Raiders taking on the Ponderosa team. Ponderosa up 1-0. And the Raiders coming off of a game, Cameron, a 7-1 win over Chaparral and a 7-0 win over Ledges, so 14 points scored and only 1 given up in these past 2 games. A team that hasn't lost this year so far. There are 3 wins to 0 losses and 1 tie, so a team that has faced adversity, however. They were down 2-0, against Mullen and came back to win the game, though, 4-2 by 3 goals by Casey McCloskey in that game. So Casey McCloskey leading this team, 5 goals already on this season. Raiders behind on this one, so they're going to need that adversity to come back.
Yeah, Jake, you look at this team, and even though they're down, it's really not a big deal for them. They've come back from it all year long, and the reason for that is because of all the senior leadership they have on this team. When you have as many seniors as the Raiders do, you have guys that have been there, they've been through the toughest games, and they've been through a ton of adversity, and they know they can come back and they can win games. And I look at Casey McCloskey. He has 5 goals in the last 2 games. He's been absolutely dominant, and I look at him to lead this team and help them get a comeback here in this 1-0 loss.
You see a nice steal there by the Raiders, taking it back. Dermer with the ball now. Pass it off to Hilt. Looking in the back now. See if they can get it up top to Eli Hilt. They will. Get back in the middle for Casey McCloskey. A little too much for Casey. Ponderosa regains it. But great job there by Alex Billings regaining possession. Here's Daniel Hilt with it. Back to Billings. Billings to Dermer. Dermer working his way with the ball. McCloskey up the middle with speed. Stolen away by Ponderosa and cleared out. Tanner Scarth working hard with it. But here comes Ponderosa with it. They got numbers. That ball looked
out there, Jake. Another wasted possession there by the Raiders. They have had many more opportunities to score in this game than Ponderosa has. However, they have not been able to cash in on any of their opportunities. Not really because of the goalkeeping, but because of the amazing defense Ponderosa has played thus far.
That's right. As you see, the coach is just irate on the sideline after that first goal scored by Ponderosa. Coach Rick Wolf, among others. Very, very irritated, to say the least, after that first goal. But for the Raiders, a slow start. It's happened before this year. We know they can work out of it. Great job there by Braden Murphy, who had 2 goals last game. See if they can make a through ball here. There's one.
No.
Not a great one, though, and Ponderosa regains it back. Back to Trey Tomlin. He'll roll it out wide there. He's trying to start it out back from the defense. Now, Cameron, let's see if this Raiders team can build on their speed. They're a very speedy team. Let's see if they can do that in the hands of Brendan O'Toole and Casey McCloskey, a forward team with a lot of speed, a team that is very good with their shot selection as well.
I mean, it's pretty easy when you have 2 of the fastest runners in the state, Nick Dermer and John Kerpansky. It's going to be 2 defenders that can absolutely fly up the field. It should be no problem for them. The question is, can they power their way inside? We know they can run, but the question is, can they power their way into the Ponderosa zone and get a goal?
Brendan O'Toole lost it there on the last possession. The Ponderosa team has possession once again. Ponderosa team with not nearly as much older players, if you want to call it, Cameron, on their team, headed by a lot of youth. This Raiders team has a lot more seniors and a lot more guys haven't been on this team for 4 years. So see if the Raiders can use that to their advantage tonight. Raiders already down in this one. It's the first time they've been down in their last 3 games. They're coming off a 7-1 win over Chaparral, a 7-0 win over Mullen. Luke Galan had 2 goals. Braden Murphy had 2 goals. JP Pack added on 1. So 5 goals there from your seniors to add on to the 2 goals scored by Daniel Hilton, 1 from Josh Dermer. So team scoring very well capable of scoring a lot of goals tonight.
An all-around impressive performance from the Raiders last game as well as the game before. They're riding high right now. Definitely a bigger challenge today in Ponderosa, and so far they haven't stepped up to the plate, but there's no doubt they have all around played a better game so far on the offensive end. They just need to be able to finish off on their opportunities.
We haven't mentioned it yet, but our very own commentator on the sidelines right now for the Raiders, Sam Stern. We saw him get some action last game. We'd love to see him get some more. Put in that first goal of the season. We love our Raider Sports Network guys coming in and playing their hearts out on the field. We saw Michael Manugian the other day in our homecoming football game where Regis Jesuit top Mullen Mustangs at the very end, so great job by them. Ponderosa working with it now on the Raiders sideline. Poor pass there, regained by Dermer, but right back to Ponderosa. Ponderosa now looking with it. Great job there by Daniel Hilt using the head. Unconventional there, but he'll take it up to McCloskey, but a poor pass, and it's right back to Ponderosa. So sloppy start to this game. It may end up hurting the Raiders, but it won't there. So Trey Tomlin, see if he can get something going from the back now. He'll start it from the back. This Raiders defense very calm. Just a little too much on that ball, so it'll go out there for a Ponderosa throw. So Ponderosa, they're led by their captain, goalie Cameron Klein, the senior. He's stepped up already in this game, making several saves, and they'll need him all night tonight against the Raiders team capable of scoring several goals. They haven't done it so far yet, but they normally are a team that starts off strong. We'll see if they can get one soon. It's a great ball there by Dermer, but goes off the head of the Ponderosa players. Back with it now is Nick Dermer. Pass it off wide for Billings. Billings looking for somebody along the sidelines. He'll take it wide. See if he can get a cross in. Billings with a nice pass. Taken away, though. So Nick Dermer getting a little shot on goal there. You love to see it. Cameron, sparking the confidence of this Raiders team. Cameron Klein, the keeper, punting it out.
Dermer's wearing the nice pink cast today, Jake. He's definitely noticeable out there. It's hard to miss him.
That's right.
Broke his arm a couple weeks ago, but he's looking good so far, but it's kind of fun watching him out there.
That's right. He's came off the bench the last couple games, but tonight he's starting. His arm's okay. He hasn't needed that. Luckily, he's not playing goalie, so the arm will not be needed tonight. But for Nick Dermer, he's one of the stars of this team, a captain of this team, and they're going to need him along with guys like Casey McCloskey and Eli Hilt. So those guys got to step up now down a goal.
Speaking of McCloskey.
A little too much mustard on that ball. Back in the goal for Cameron Klein for a goal kick. Klein's in his 4th year at Ponderosa. Team 3-3-1, so just about as even as a team as you can say. They've won 3 games, lost 3 games, and tied 1 game. They started off their season in a tournament nationally. They tied a team called Dievlin. They won a 1-0 game against Thomas Jefferson. They won 6-1 over Elizabeth. They lost 3-2 to Littleton, 3-2 to Highlands Ranch, 4-3 to Discovery Canyon, and their most recent game they won 3-0 over a Legend team that Cameron we saw pretty recently did this Raiders team, but the Raiders won 7-0. So you know, a Raiders team very capable of taking advantage of this Ponderosa team. We know that, you know, Raiders are a better team, so to start off slow like this is, you know, not what you want, but you know that you're capable of coming back.
I think the key you're going to see is at least the Raiders wins this year have all been mostly blowouts, while Ponderosa, all their games have been extremely, extremely close, especially when you said 3-2, 3-2, 2-1, games like that, besides the Legend game when they won 3-0. So it will be interesting to see down the stretch if this is a close game as it is right now, if Ponderosa will have that experience in close games already this year and they can go ahead and finish it off, because the Raiders so far this year haven't had to really worry about extremely close games yet, besides that Grandview game, of course. So that'll be an interesting factor to watch out for as we continue down the stretch in this game.
That's right, the Raiders working now with it. Skrapansky pass it off to Dermer. Derman looking up. Great ball there, but just a little bit too much on it. And see if Casey can track it down. He will. Great ball there. Casey in with the cross. It's on the goal.
Right.
Steered wide there by the Ponderosa defender. Back with it's Brendan O'Toole. Brendan O'Toole and Brendan with a little push there, and that one will get called. So Ponderosa now with the free kick. As you mentioned, Cameron, the Raiders not facing too much adversity this year, but when they have, they've dealt with it great. They were down against Grandview, they were down against Mullen, and came back to tie against the number 5 Grandview ranked team. The Raiders currently ranked 7, and they came back to beat Mullen 4-2. So they've already faced adversity. They've came back from these tough games, and they're starting down on this one, so they're fully capable of doing it. You see the ball up there for Casey.
Oh. Uh-oh. And
shot, score!
Got
it looks like this waved off there at the very end. What an opportunity there for the Raiders. It gets called off just at the end there, and Raiders now asking for an explanation. You saw the keeper go down there. It was the senior Cameron Klein went down after what looked to be a goal there, Cameron, but it will get called off. It's going to be a free kick now for Ponderosa.
Looked like we would have been able to say Luke Gallan's name again. Unfortunately, called off there, but what a play by Luke Gallan. Such a talented player. He's been so good this year for the Raiders. Really made a jump from his junior year, and he's going to be key for them if they want to make a run this year.
Look at the passing there. Just a little bit too much on the sideline for Nick Dermer, but yes, as you mentioned, Cameron, Luke Gallan coming off 2-goal game last game. He had an injury. He came back after the injury, scored another goal. So Luke Gallan led this team last year to the win, last game to the win.
Yeah, the key for Luke Gallan throughout his career here at Regis has just been his health. For Luke, the issues he had is he's had 6 concussions in his career, Jake. I don't know if any of us can begin to describe what that poor kid has probably had to go through. But this year, he's fully healthy. He's all recovered from his concussions, and he's hoping to go out there and be a star player.
That's right. Gallan already dealing with the adversity. I've had the pleasure of playing with him in the past. Nice move there by Daniel Hilt. See if he can get the cross in. What a move there by Daniel Hilt. Working his way in. Steered just in and front smothered by the goalie there. So great shot and play there by Daniel Hilt, the sophomore, and the save made there by Cameron Klein, the keeper. So Klein now with a booming punt. It's headed by the Raiders and Alex Billings up to McCloskey. McCloskey working with it now. Steered away for a Raiders throw. So Casey McCloskey been leading this team for the last few years. He's been on varsity for 3 years now, and this is his 2nd year starting for varsity, leading the team in goal scoring this year, and a player very capable of scoring many more goals on the year and getting one on the board tonight, hopefully putting the Raiders back on and tying this game up.
Hopefully down the stretch when the Raiders have needed it, when they've needed big plays, they've gone to Casey McCloskey as Braden Murphy there, racing down the sideline.
Raiders up to this point playing a little bit sloppy. They've had some poor passes here and there, but so far they're only down 1 goal, so plenty of room to come back. As Trey Tomlin's going to take it out for a goal kick now, try to start it from the back. Klofsky with it now. A lot of space. See if he'll take some of it. He will. There's nobody on him there. Nice ball there. It's Daniel Hilt with it. Hilt, let's see if he can get across. You got Alex Billings to his right. He'll go to Billings. Just a little out of the reach there. That would have been offside. So smart call by Billings. Let it go out for a goal kick. Good thinking, though, by the sophomore Daniel Hilt. We've seen him step up already this year. He had 2 goals last game, Cameron. The sophomore midfielder getting his action this year. His first year on varsity. His brother Eli Hilt also on varsity as a senior.
Eli Hilt's definitely been one of the most consistent players the last 4 years for the Raiders. He's always been the backbone of that defense. captain this year, so his little brother, the talent's there. You know, it runs in the family, and we're starting to see a little bit of this here is why he was such a prized young player.
There he is with it.
Really
Nice
is
pass.
a talented kid.
See that family blood runs a lot on this Raiders team. You see Nick Dermer along with his brother Josh Dermer in the Hilts as well. So a lot of players and their brothers leading this team. Johnny Krapansky's got a brother coming up soon. Dermer with it. Some nice shielding there, and it's Hilt with it now. There's a nice ball. J.P. Packett. Nothing going there. So Ponderosa with it now. Great defense, though, by in the hands of Tanner Scarth, one of the coach's sons. Scarth now has got plenty of space and time. See if he'll decide to go back to the keeper. He will. So Trey Tomlin now with it. Tomlin trying to get it started from the back. Here's Krapansky now. Krapansky trying to get something going for the Raiders. They haven't had much so far tonight. There's a good ball for Alex Billings. Billings with it. Making a nice pass, so patience from the Raiders. A nice ball there for Dermer. He's got a one-on-one with the goalie. Shot. Oh, my goodness. Dermer just wide of the net there. Excellent opportunity there for the Raiders. Nick Dermer already with a few opportunities tonight. He couldn't get that one to go.
That is one you will not normally see from Nick Dermer. Big mistake there. That one's going to haunt him for the rest of the game. Hopefully he can get through it, get by that mistake, and continue through.
For Nick Dermer getting his first starting action since he broke his arm a few games ago. Nick Dermer, a leader of this team. I've had the pleasure of playing with him before. He's truly a leader. He's a great passer, great shooter, and I know he wants that one back, as Cameron said there, but he'll get plenty of opportunities in this game. Still 5 minutes to go in this first half. Raiders down 1. Putting pressure now on this Ponderosa team. Dermer with it now. Dermer unable to come up with it, and here comes Ponderosa. Nice through ball there, and here's the opportunity. Number 10, the captain for Ponderosa, working hard, but great shielding there from Tanner Scarth. So it was the captain, number 10, Chris Korn. Korn's already got a goalie tonight. A goal, excuse me. He scored 1 goal tonight, senior, the forward.
Also,
Kowalski, nice ball there.
Also take notice, Jake, we got number 22. He's a forward. Nicholas Correa is in the game. If you want to look towards the future of this Raiders team after all these seniors leave, Correa is going to be a major piece. He's only a sophomore, and he is a forward that comes off the bench for the Raiders, but Coach Rick Wolf is trying to get him as much playing time as possible in these close games because he's an ultra-talented scorer and someone the Raiders are going to look to be a building block of their team for the future.
That's right. Nico Carrera, he's in right now. He's got to start in this one. He's probably excited but a little nervous to be out there. We all feel it, starting your first action in varsity. He's getting his first start of the season tonight, but he stepped up well in last week's game. A lot of players got playing time in these last couple games, having the huge leads that the Raiders did, and tonight they don't have that lead so far. So probably keeping the starters in a little bit longer as Trey Tomlin's going to start with it. Pass it wide for Billings, but it's not a great one. Billings already getting pressure there. Stays calm, though, in the back. For the Raiders, just trying to get something going. Time winding down on this first half. Just over 3 minutes to go. Nice pass there, though, for Daniel Hilt. Just can't get anything going with his head. So Ponderosa is going to get the throw now. Can't mix up this Ponderosa Mustangs team with this Mullen Mustangs team we played this weekend.
What an unbelievable football game that was, Jake.
Yeah, starting down from the deficit. You heard our call over the weekend. Exciting game. Start our awesome homecoming weekend. The Raiders coming back down from down 7 at halftime to pull it off with a win. Nico Margila is always stepping up. And both Raider sports teams, soccer and football, undefeated up to this point, trying to keep it that way. Dermer with a nice pass there. Here's Galan with it. Nice move by Luke Galan. Shot by Galan. Shot. Oh, just wide of the goal. Luke Galan there. Another opportunity. His second of the game there. But you love to see those shots getting on the board, Cameron, for the Raiders as they continue to increase their time of possession.
We're out shooting them. We just got to figure out a way to get them in. It's a good sign, though, going down the stretch in this game. It gives you confidence that even though we're losing, we're getting more shots up, and we're getting good shots up. So you got to figure sooner rather than later one of those is going to go in.
Billings with it. Off to Dermer. Dermer looking out wide. See if he can use that left side. He will. Galan with it. Galan with a nice through ball there.
No, if Kerpansky was quite ready for that one.
Going to go out for a Ponderosa throw.
2 minutes left in this half, Jake. We'll see if Ponderosa can cash in on anything.
Ponderosa making a quick sub now. Raiders want to use this last 2 minutes of their advantage. Pressure this Ponderosa team, try and get a few more shots on the goal, maybe even send one in and tie this game up going into the half. Working with it now on the sidelines is Alex Billings.
Great defense there by Kerpansky.
Look at Alex Billings, great play. Here comes Hilt. Hilt getting pressured on his back. I don't know if he sees it, Cameron.
He does now. Uh-oh. Oh.
Poor passing there, but regained by Hilt. So great job by the Raiders. Being aggressive tonight. You'd love to see that.
Number 3, Hayden Everts, a sophomore defender for Ponderosa. Unbelievable effort there on the defensive side, trying to get that ball.
Look at that ball for Casey McCloskey. A beauty. Talked about it last game. With Jaron Johnson, the Raiders needing to pressure this team and really use their athleticism and speed to, be aggressive throughout the game. They've done that so far in this game, although they're down 1-0. Trying to get some more shots. Under a minute now in this first half. Kerpansky with it now. Look at the move there from Kerpansky, working around one defender. He's got to get it away now. He's got 2 on his back. Kerpansky just with it too long and no call there. So Kerpansky's got to get it off his foot a little bit sooner, but Dermer's got it back. Dermer with a nice ball in the middle, trying to find Correa. Steered wide. It's back up for Tanner Scarth. Scarth, he just running out of time. He's got 15 seconds. Puts it back in for Correa. Correa's shot's blocked. Out wide for Hilt. He's got 8 seconds. Shoot the ball. Billings with the shot, and it's a good one. And it's held nicely there by the keeper. And that'll wind out the first half. So it's the end of one here. The first half at Ponderosa Echo Park Stadium. Raiders down 1-0. Regis Jesuit Raiders down 1-0 to Ponderosa, the Mustangs team. So head into the half, 1-0 Raiders deficit. We'll see if they can come back. Thanks for tuning in.
What's up, Raiders? I'm Skylar Kane.
And I'm Caitlin Marshall.
And as you can see, we went all out for Spirit Week.
Yeah, you did, little pump.
Thanks, Emma Chamberlain. This week, we take a look into the day in the life of our principal.
We hit the links with one of Regis Jesuit's top golfers.
We get hyped for the homecoming game against Mullen tonight.
And we see you crushing it all this week with the Spirit Day themes.
And it's all happening here, right now, on RJTV.
Wondered what Mr. Trico does all day?
Sure must be a lot of the work being the principal.
RJTV reporters Jackson Dashin and Michael Wolf led us into the world of Mr. Trico.
Inside the principal's office, you will find Mr. Trico hard at work. The days can be chaotic, so the key is to stay centered.
I usually spend the first 20 to 30 minutes of my day in prayer just by myself with God. I have prayers from Faith ND and Notre Dame. It kind of shares the gospel and a reflection on the day's gospel. I get a reading from Richard Rohr, who does reflections on various theological themes. There's prayers by Henry Nouwen. I love to check on what the Jesuit prayer is. Overall, I think I'm responsible for the daily operations and programs of everything going on at Regis Jesuit that impacts students and teachers. I like to think that my job is to empower teachers to be the best they can be in the classroom or on the field or on retreat or wherever it is that they're encountering students, that they have all the resources, time, skills that they need to make sure that the student experience is amazing. So conversely, my goal is to create a formation experience for students where they're becoming the best versions of themselves and getting closer to God. I want them to know this is a place that values relationship. They're always going to have people that love and support them. We're also going to challenge them to become better versions of themselves. We want to make them uncomfortable, but know that we're going to love them through their various comfort levels over 4 years.
Dream job.
I'm in it.
This is Jackson Dasian and Michael Wolf for RJTV.
Thanks, Jackson and Michael.
Up next, we walk out on the course with one of Colorado's top-ranked golfers.
Here's Zach Van Hasselen and Earl Stevens with senior Bo Wardinsky.
I'm Bo Wardinsky, class of 2020, senior.
We asked Bo to tell us a little bit about golf.
For me, it's super relaxing and calming. It's tough to just be out there alone. It's not like any other team sport like baseball or football where you're relying on other guys. It's just you in the course out there, and it's a lot mentally, and it's fun for me to just push myself just by myself. It's a lot of fun.
Bo's coach, Mr. Rogers, has been with Bo since he was a freshman.
Oh, I'm so proud of him. He's worked his tail off. He loves the game of golf. He was one of our little guys. I don't know what he weighed freshman year. Wasn't much. But he had a great short game. I knew he was going to be a great player because he hit it straight, and he was determined, and he putted really well. And now he's big enough to where he can actually pump it out there a ways and has some distance and yardage now to go along with his great short game.
Bo is excited and ready to play in college.
I just committed to a verbal commitment to University of Tampa. Obviously, I'd like to do something bigger than college, some mini tours. I mean, that's a stretch, but I'd like to do something with golf. If it's not playing, just manufacturer or coach, just something to do with golf.
Although it is his last year, Bo is already thinking about what he wants to leave behind.
I hope to have an impact, positive impact on younger kids that look up. Because I know for me, my freshman year, I was always looking up to the seniors and the juniors that were always at the top, and I was like, I want to be like them. They're good guys, and I just hope to be that influence and leader for those younger guys that are coming up.
This is Zach Van Hasselen and Earl Stevens for RJTV.
Thanks, Zach and Earl.
Make sure to head out and support your boys' golf team this season.
And be there tonight as your Raiders play Mullen in the homecoming game.
Bring all your spirit, and to start up the hype, here's a video from Sophia Vanatter and Peyton Parsons.
Sophomore sensation. He's gonna run it. Jackson Connolly! Interception for the Raiders, and it's Tyrese Miller. David Tony is a beast!
Thanks, Peyton and Sophia.
Skylar, are you going to the raid today?
Caitlin, the what?
The Area 51 raid. A few months ago, there was a Facebook invite to storm Area 51.
Oh, you mean where all the aliens live?
So I'll see you there.
Well, Cassidy, what are your thoughts?
Sir!
Yes, Sergeant.
A bunch of millennials and Gen Zs are planning an attack on Area 51.
How many are there?
We have over 300,000 confirmed, sir.
Dear God.
Sir, this is a Kyle. This is the brute force of the millennials, fueled purely by Bang energy drinks and crushed up drywall. They have the ability to punch through walls when they get pumped up.
Interesting. A true adversary of our Marines.
Sir, this is called the Naruto Run.
What on God's green earth is a Naruto Run?
This is called Naruto running because it is supposedly faster than regular running.
But why are they coming, Sergeant?
Sir, they say they are freeing the alien.
This is our new friend.
Now, last week, we asked you to go all out for Spirit Week.
So let's just see how far you went out.
Wow, the Spirit was definitely there last week.
But this week isn't over yet.
Yep, the pep rally starts today in the Boys Vision Gym at 1:55.
Oh, surprised it's not outside this year.
Well, that's not the only twist. Student leadership has revamped the whole pep rally this year while also holding on to your favorite traditions.
Come to see Poms, cheer, the rowdies, and the teachers dance their hearts out. You might even have a chance to win something crazy.
Students, sit with your section class in the bleachers. Or in other words, just sit with the color you're wearing.
And it doesn't end there.
Student council and servant leadership began a new tradition after school today, the tailgate.
The tailgate is after school today, and you don't want to miss it.
That's right, from 4 to 6 p.m. in Lauber Field, there will be food trucks, games, and best of all, a dunk tank.
If you want to see Mr. Ortiz, Padre, Mr. O'Day, Mr. Lore, Mr. Dvorak, and Mr. Trico get dunked, then be there.
And to make the tailgate possible, we ask a small favor. Junior boys, if you park in the front row of the BD Junior lot, you should have seen a flyer on your windshield. Please have your car moved to Visitor Lot, the side roads, FCC, by the end of lunch today.
Lastly, homecoming is tomorrow. The dance will go from 8 to 11.
Have fun, bring all your school spirit, and we'll see you there. Thanks for an amazing Spirit Week, Raiders.
Don't forget, I'm Caitlin Marshall.
And I'm Skylar Kane.
Peace.
Welcome back to Raiders Sports Network. Regis Jesuit Raiders down 1-0, starting the second half against the Ponderosa Mustangs team. First half dominated by sloppiness on the side of the Raiders, but still plenty of shots, so they're still in this game. They got time of possession. It's just about even, so see if they come out of this half strong. Cameron, what did you see in this first half? What are your takeaways?
My main takeaway from the first half, Jake, was that the Raiders were actually probably playing a better game of soccer than Ponderosa was. The issue, we just couldn't cash in on our opportunities. We saw Nick Dermer have a wide open goal that he really should have connected on. Luke Galan had an opportunity. We also saw Hilt get some opportunities as well. So right now for the Raiders, it's just cashing in on the opportunities given to them. We've been dominating the time of possession game, and it's just all about taking advantage of the Ponderosa defense and what they give us, and hopefully we can get some goals here in this half.
So booming kick there. It's going to go out for a goal kick for Trey Tomlin now. Trey only given up 2 goals in his last 3 games, so great job by Trey Tomlin. Braden Murphy with it. Pass it out wide for Karpansky to Dermer. Just a little miscommunication there between Dermer and Luke Galan. Nick Dermer, that is. We have 2 Dermers out there today. Nick and Josh. Ponderosa now with it. Trying to control the ball now, working it out the back. Ball's played wide. Braden O'Toole with the speed. Drawing the ball out for a Raiders throw, so good job there by Brendan O'Toole. Goal from Ponderosa was scored by Chris Korn, the senior forward, wearing Messi's number right now and making him proud, number 10. Already a goal thus far.
Definitely been the star of the show for Ponderosa thus far.
Can't fail to mention Cameron Klein, the goalkeeper, already making several saves, pitching a shutout up to this point. He's been great as well.
Definitely.
Working along the sidelines, but taken away by Ponderosa. Back out for a Raiders throw. A very hot day. It's sleeves rolled up for Braden Murphy. He's got the ball. Looking deep for it, but he's going to decide to go short for Krapansky. Krapansky now will go long. And it's cleared out by Ponderosa. Krapansky now with it once again. A decent touch, but it's won by Ponderosa. Ponderosa now working with it, trying to get some numbers. Booming kick there. It's going to go right to Krapansky. Go back to Murphy. Raiders now trying to get something going, starting out from the back. There's a big ball there, and it's a good one. Here comes Eli Hilt. Hilt. Just wide. It's not his dominant foot. Cameron kicking it with the right. He's a left-footed kicker, so Eli Hilt trying to get the cross in there, unable to do so, and it'll go out for a goal kick.
One of the first times we said Eli Hilt's name tonight, we haven't given him the Raiders haven't given him too many opportunities down the field, so hopefully they can get him more open on plays and see if they can cash in on a kick.
Talk about family of blood, as we mentioned in the first half. For this Ponderosa Mustangs team, they got twins, 2 juniors, Taylor Standiford and Riley Standiford. Look at the speed there. It's number 5, Blake Hall. But it will be a Raiders throw. Krapansky now to throw it for the Raiders. Got Murphy, and he's got Luke Galan here to help him out in the back. Raiders scoring 14 goals in their last 2 games. They haven't had one so far in this game. Trying to get something going, trying to get a spark. Somebody's got to get open now for Krapansky. It'll be Dermer. Headed back wide. McCloskey's going to head it wide, but Ponderosa applying a lot of pressure right now. It's giving the Raiders trouble. Steered away, though.
Good clear there.
Brendan O'Toole with it. Good work by Brendan. There's Casey McCloskey. See if he can find Brendan O'Toole. He's open. There's a ball. Nice ball for Eli Hilt, but he didn't come to it. Here comes Alex Billings. Nice play there by Alex Billings. Oh, and a little shove there by Alex Billings. Showing him he's playing aggressive tonight, and ball will go out for a Raiders throw.
Beautiful play by Alex Billings there. Not afraid to put his body on the line to get possession.
We talked to some friends of Alex Billings before the game. They said Alex never puts 50% effort in, never puts 80% effort in, but always puts 100% effort in. So Alex Billings putting 100% effort in on that play. And Raiders now. A draw fouls the Ponderosa team now. Fouls on Nick Dermer. Kylie Pendleton, our cameraman today, a big fan of Alex Billings. Camera women, excuse me. We all love Alex Billings. Billings with it now. Nice ball there from Eli Hilt. Klosky trying to get some pressure, trying to regain the possession. Great defense there as Casey McCloskey and Johnny Krapansky on the sidelines, but it'll go out for a Ponderosa throw. McCloskey showing off his little juggling skills there. Still, though, the Raiders unable to score a goal. Just over 30 minutes left, so plenty of time in the second half for the Raiders to get on the board. Trying to steer it away is Braden Murphy. He can't do it. Saw the captain once again pressing for another goal. It's Chris Korn there. He's already got 1 tonight. Doing great work on Braden Murphy. We apologize for the slight delay in getting this one going. We had a few technical difficulties, but our amazing crew got it going. Patrick Carlson doing a great job. Cameron Greitz, myself, and Hudson Ridley are one of our newest RJ Media members. He's done a great job. He did a great job with us in the football game the other day as well. Raiders trying to get something going, down 1-0 in this one. Still plenty of time in this second half. Krapansky now with a nice ball. Here comes Brendan O'Toole. Good work by Brendan O'Toole drawing a Raiders throw.
Again, great defense there by Ponderosa. It seems like every time the Raiders get into the zone and looking like they could threaten to score, Ponderosa's defense shutting it down, making plays.
So now Josh Dermer, see if he can get a long throw in now, get it into the box, see if they can get a head on it. Whistle's blown. Dermer's going to give it another shot. See if he can find Braden Murphy in the box. Here we go. Josh Dermer, big throw. It's in the box. McCloskey with the head. Shot. Score! Casey McCloskey getting on the board. 1-1.
Unbelievable header there by Casey McCloskey. He didn't get a lot of power under it, but he kind of faked out the goalie. I think the goalie for Ponderosa thought that was going to be a lot harder hit than it actually was. McCloskey faked him out, was able to bounce it in.
Casey McCloskey giving off his best swimmer's impression there, Cameron. A little swim and dive, jump in the water, and score a goal back corner. And Casey McCloskey getting the Raiders on the board.
Based on the way things have gone this year for the Raiders, it doesn't seem like it would be a Regis soccer game without Casey McCloskey getting a goal. So it's good to see him get on the board once again.
That's 6 goals now on the season for Casey McCloskey. He stepped up just in every game, getting the Raiders back in this one just as he did against Mullen. Second week of the season, so great job there for Casey McCloskey. 1-1 now. See if that'll spark this Raiders offense and Raiders defense as well. Get them back in this one. We're down 1-0. Now it's all tied up. So for the Raiders, they know they could come back, and now that they're back in this one, they want to keep the pedal to the metal and get a lead in this one now.
You do it behind one man, Jake. This whole team has been so good all season long, but Casey McCloskey's been that leader. He scored to tie them back up, and now we'll see if he can do it again.
There. That's right, Casey McCloskey scoring in every single game except for this last one against Chaparral, but they didn't need him, scoring 7 goals without him, 2 goals from Luke Long, 2 from Braden Murphy, and that's just showing how this team can step up without Casey McCloskey. But you do love Casey McCloskey, you do love when he's in there, and you do love when he gets on the board. We saw, despite winning the last game 7-1, he told me in math class, I'm not satisfied, I want to get a goal on the board, I want to lead this team, and he got a goal on the board in this one, Cameron, and it was a big one.
It's that competitive fire that Casey McCloskey has. Knowing him for a long time, you're not going to meet more of a competitive person, a kid that loves to win. And even though he couldn't get a goal last game, his ultimate satisfaction was guaranteed, and that was the win. But I bet it feels good for him to get back on the board today.
It's James Hansen a little shaken up, number 7 for Ponderosa. He's walking up a little gimpy. Looks like it might have been that shoulder. Jogging off the sideline, the trainer's coming out. We'll see if they'll bring in a sub for James. These last 30 minutes of this one are going to be key. Raiders tied up now 1-1 with this Ponderosa Mustangs team. Plenty of time left for both of these teams to get back on the board and take the lead. Look for Chris Korn if you're this Ponderosa team, and for the Raiders, look no further than Casey McCloskey. Both players already have a goal. Little courtesy play there, back to the goalie.
Jake, talking to Luke Galan earlier in the week, he was telling me how confident he is in this team, thinking that this could be the year with all the seniors that they have, that they could compete for a state championship. So the games like these, 1-1, 30 minutes to go, games like these are going to be a huge testament to whether this team is ready to compete for a championship. We'll see if they can finish it off here.
That's right, and I think the same can be said for our football team as well. Both teams undefeated coming into this one. Both teams ranked top 10 in the state and very capable of making a run and far in the playoffs, as you see Braden Murphy with it once again.
It's an exciting time to be a Raider sports fan.
Just a little outside there of Josh Dermer's reach. Very hot day today. Sun is just blistering out. I can't imagine what the players are feeling down on the field.
You have to say something good.
Ball's going out for another Raiders throw. Raiders team looking like a whole new team after that goal scored by Casey McCloskey. A lot of energy now. Hopefully that was a spark they needed. As Nick Dermer throws the ball in now. Wanted Braden Murphy, but he'll go long now. Casey McCloskey with it now. A little back header. Trying to find Brendan O'Toole. Stolen away, though, by Ponderosa. It's a nice ball for Chris Korn. Korn now along the goal. Korn one-on-one. Shot saved there. What a save by Trey Tomlin.
Unbelievable save by Tomlin there. Trying to save the game.
Using his chest there. Looking like a teenage mutant ninja turtle. Trey Tomlin, what a save. Sloppy play by the Raiders, though, is the poor header that resulted in a one-on-one with the keeper. You never want to see that if you're Coach Garrett Lohr, your goalie one-on-one in a situation like that, Cameron. But a great stop nonetheless there by Trey Tomlin. Ponderosa now working with it. Stolen away by the Raiders. Here comes Dermer. Dermer's got speed. A foul called on Dermer. Ticky-tacky call there. A little bit.
Check.
A little bit of a tough call there for the Raiders. Could have gone either way. Be the goalie now taking this one. They're going to send everybody into the box, as many people as they can. Cameron Klein to take it. About the 40-yard line. Here we go. Klein raises the left hand. Big left foot strike. Great save there. Going up for it. Trey Tomlin. Tomlin now trying to get the Raiders going. They're 2-on-2 now. Casey McCloskey. The goalie's still running back to the goal there, Cameron. It was Cameron Klein.
I'm not sure how to fix that.
McCloskey.
It works, yeah. You just can't hear the other two people.
To Dermer. Dermer back to McCloskey. McCloskey working with it. Nice ball move it. Great pass there. Pass wide. Here we go. One-on-one. Shot. Oh, my goodness. Just wide there for the Raiders.
Huge miss there by Brendan O'Toole. Just like the Dermer shot earlier. That is one you cannot miss. Big mistake
O'Toole. One-on-one with the goalie, and he can't capitalize, similar to Chris Korn on the other side. So both teams getting their opportunities, getting their chances, trying to extend from this tie and break away and get a lead, but neither team being able to do so. 1-1 still. Alex Billings now with it. Nice job by Billings. Kylie Pendleton now stepping in.
Woohoo!
Thank you, Kylie.
Anytime, Jake.
Chaparral with it now. That's a nice ball. Krapansky, the steal. Back to Dermer. Dermer. Watch out. He's got one behind him. Pondo, though, regains possession.
He's running. He's running. He's got the ball.
Look at Chris Korn go. Oh, nice move by Chris Korn. He's got speed. Trey Tomlin, though, going to make the nice, easy save and see if he starts it out from the back again. Here's Braden Murphy. Sleeves rolled up. Hot day. Murphy, plenty of time. He's got no pressure on him. Looking for Krapansky. Excuse me, that's JP Pack. JP Pack, another one of these seniors on this Raiders team. A lot of seniors. Talk about all of our.
That's Krapansky.
That is Krapansky. Thank you, Cameron. So, talk about all this senior-led team, Cameron. A lot of older players on this team. A lot of players entering their last year. So, see if Coach Wolf's trying to get as much out of this last year players as he can. Another errant pass there by the Raiders, stolen away.
You like the future of this Raiders team, Jake, but when you look at what we have this year with all of these seniors filling out most of the starting lineup, you got to think this is the year when they got to try to compete, get things done. Not saying that we can't be competitive once they all leave, but with the talent we have in this senior class, you think this would be the year when we can try to compete for a championship. That's
right, as you call it in sports, a win-now mode. You want to win now. You don't want to wait. You got a lot of players in their prime ready to go. A lot of players entering their last year. As a poor pass there from Casey McCloskey, going to go out of bounds for another Ponderosa throw. Casey, though, playing lights out at this point in the game. 25 minutes remaining in this second half. See if one of these teams can pull out of this tie It's 1-1 right now. Long throw there from Chris Korn. Here comes Ponderosa looking for Korn. Here he goes. Oh, my goodness. Great play there.
Great play there by Tanner Scarth.
Let's go, Tanner.
Thank you, Kylie.
Appreciate it, Kylie. Tanner Scarth making another play on the field. One of the coach's sons here. Tanner Scarth done a great job all season. Son of Coach Derek Scarth.
I was unaware that he was the coach's son until a minute ago.
That's right. A lot of people didn't know that, but Tanner Scarth, a great leader of this defense. He's done a great job all year. Here's Casey McCloskey now with speed. Trying to work it in. He can't do that, though. Trying to get it into Dermer, but he can't. Great steal there, and it's Scarth once again. With it now is Korn. Oh, but another poor pass there. Just sloppy play right there from this Raiders team. The Raiders might have caught a break there as the pass went back to Trey Tomlin. He picked it up. You're not supposed to do that, but we'll get away with it. What a make there from Casey McCloskey. Through the legs.
Not happy Ponderosa fans in the bench right now.
I don't know. I didn't see it. I looked away.
I don't think I saw it either, Jake. We'll forget about that one.
Me neither.
Nonetheless, it's 1-1. Thank you, Kylie.
You're welcome.
See if they can go back to Kerpansky now on the sideline. Here he is.
You got O'Toole in the middle.
Oh.
Shot. Oh, my goodness.
Murphy missed.
Murphy was wide open.
That one.
Thank you, Kylie.
Next time.
Here's Alex Billings. Can he put it back in?
Come on, Alex. Oh.
Billings goes down.
He fell.
Here comes Korn now. He's 1-on-2. Great opportunity for Chris Korn. Korn with it now. Korn working 1-on-1. He's got Scarth on him. Nice pass from Chris Korn. Great defense, though, by Nick Dermer. Cleared away by Daniel Hilt. Another excellent individual defensive effort there from Tanner Scarth. He's been all over the field all game. Looking for Brendan O'Toole. Brendan O'Toole, one of the smaller guys you'll see out there for this Raiders team, but he's got speed. He's got speed and he's got ball control, as Casey McCloskey has both of those as well. McCloskey now working with it. Great pass from McCloskey. Stolen away, though, once again by Ponderosa. The air defense has been all over the field tonight. Great pass there. It's back to Brendan O'Toole.
Oh, O'Toole.
Unable to get anything going, though, is O'Toole. It's steered away, trying to get Chris Korn going. Korn now has got a 1-on-3 chance. See if he can get it going himself. Korn, he's shifty. He's already got 1 goal tonight. Nice pass there from Chris Korn. Here's number 19. That's Cameron, Yarkowicz. I think I killed that.
I'd say you did, Jake. Close enough.
Daniel Hilt trying to get something going. Great shielding there by Daniel Hilt. To Dermer. Dermer up top for Billings. Back to Billings.
Good
Back
passing
to Hilt.
there.
Hilt, let's see if he can make a cross in now. He will. Great pass in wide. To his brother. Here's Hilt. Up top. Big shot in from Dermer.
Oh.
Ends up going just on target. And a great save there by Cameron Klein. That one's a lot harder than you might think in the sun and back corner of the goal. So great shot there by Nick Dermer.
Definitely a lot closer than expected there on that shot by Dermer. Oh.
The Raiders now a series of long shots. It was Nick Dermer first from 40 yards away, 30 yards away from Eli Hilt. That one was kicked into the parking lot, Cameron.
Better luck next time.
Try out for the Broncos team.
I was talking to Luke Galan the other day, Jake, and he actually told me that in college he might want to try out as a kicker. We all know how good of a kicker with a soccer ball Luke Galan is, but that would sure be an interesting thing to watch.
And that's not uncommon from this Raiders soccer team to have players play kicker for the football team. We saw Mariano Adame do it. Jordi De La Torre, former soccer player on this Raiders team, so not uncommon for Luke Galan to do that. But Daniel Hilt now with it, trying to get this Raiders soccer team the lead. Casey McCloskey, nothing going there. Great defense there by the Ponderosa. Murphy now with it. To Krapansky. Back to Hilt. Hilt
Fun
to
fact,
Scarth.
Jake and Cameron, I went to middle school with 15 and 16, Taylor and Riley Standiford, the twins on Ponderosa's team.
What can you tell us about them, Kylie? Are they good players? Great shot in there.
Have been playing soccer for as long as I can remember. I've been going to school with them since first grade. So
Thanks for that insight.
Maybe that explains why they're so good, Kylie. There you go.
I bet that is probably a good explanation for you.
So great job there. Ponderosa once again going to get a throw. Under 20 minutes now left in this one. Ponderosa holding their own against number 7 ranked Regis Jesuit. An unbeaten team in this Raiders team. They've played 4 games, 3 wins, 0 losses, and 1 tie. Ponderosa playing 7 games, 3 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. So Regis Jesuit's supposed to be the better team, but tonight Ponderosa has stepped up and played a great game themselves. So it's 1-1. Raiders, though, with a late goal from Casey McCloskey tying it up. Opportunity here to take the lead. There's a cross in, just wide. Cameron Klein going to get another goal kick.
Ice skating.
Keep moving the ball around, White.
The drink. Thank you, Jake.
You're welcome. Pass up there. Trying to get Casey McCloskey going, but unable to do so. It's going to go out for a Raiders throw once again. Raiders trying to get something going. The Ponderosa defense has been great all game long. Brendan O'Toole. Pass up top. Trying to find Casey McCloskey. They can't do it, but once again, another throw for the Raiders. See if Tanner Scarth does it. He did a great job last game at that throw position. Threw the ball in twice and had 2 goals as a result of it. Trying to get it into the box, or you can get a header from Braden Murphy or Casey McCloskey. We've already seen 1 goal tonight off the head of Casey McCloskey.
Just watching them makes me feel miserable. It's so hot outside.
Yes, it is, Kylie.
I don't think I could ever play a sport.
Great throw, and it's an opportunity back at the goal. Oh, what a save!
Oh.
What a save there by the defender.
I
Raiders
think that
with
was
an excellent chance.
They're on the move. They're on the move.
That was corn.
Run. Oh.
Back the other way comes Ponderosa. Chris Korn. It's out for a Ponderosa throw. So what an opportunity there for the Raiders, Cameron. A header back of the net and just an unbelievable defensive stop there.
That was Braden Buchin, Jake, a sophomore defender, number 11. Unbelievable play.
That was incredible.
One of the best you're going to see.
I think that one will go on Sports Center Top 10. What a shot there. It's off the post. Another excellent opportunity, Cameron, and here come the Raiders the other way.
Oh.
Can't get to Casey McCloskey. Casey, though, working hard. Here he comes with speed.
Playing one-man game over there.
Just unbelievable opportunities for both teams. It was the Raiders. An excellent shot and an excellent save. Look at Daniel Hilt trying to get him going on the outside. There he is. Hilt now with it. Going to steer it wide for a corner kick. So good job by the Raiders drawing another corner kick. That's their 3rd of the game. As we saw Ponderosa off the bar there, an opportunity for the goal, and the Raiders on the other end getting it going and just off. So 1-1 now, still remains the score. We've seen great defense from both teams, but just approaching 15 minutes. Somebody's got to get something going. See if Casey McCloskey can get a spark going from the corner. Here we go. Casey McCloskey. Great ball. In wide. What a save there. Another save there. Great job there by the keeper, Cameron Klein.
Flag. The referee is holding up a flag.
That'll indicate a throw in.
Ah. The more you know. Am I doing good? You know, my parents always wanted me to play soccer. They thought because I had long legs, I'd be able to shoot it really well.
Can I ask why you didn't, Kylie? Oh.
Well, around the time my parents wanted me to play soccer, it was indoor soccer. And I fell and scraped my knee, and I wasn't having it, so I left.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jake's booty. Come on, let him in.
Yeah, let Hudson in.
I don't want to do the camera. I don't know how to do camera.
Come on, Kylie.
Great ball in there from Casey McCloskey, just steered wide. So Cameron Klein going to have another goal kick.
I'll just quit. You can come do it. I'm not doing the camera. I'm the type of person that would mess that up.
You did a great job.
Do I get a shout out at Monday's meeting? Oh wait, you guys don't stand up. Shots fired. Mostly towards it.
Here's a chance now for the Raiders. Steered wide. Once again, Dermer with it. Back up top. And it's sent back in. Raiders trying to get back on the board. Hudson Riley now with us. Great to have him on.
Great to be on.
Dermer with it now. Passes it off to his brother, Dermer. Alex Billings. Billings to McCloskey. McCloskey trying to get something going, and he's knocked down.
All right, Hudson. So, as we've gone throughout this game, you've been very grateful for you. You've been doing camera for us this game. What have been your takeaways so far from this Raiders team?
Well, the Raiders haven't been able to move the ball very well. A lot of short passes are getting cut off, and they seem to just be moving too fast. They kind of got to settle into their space, make some easy passes, get some balls downfield, and try to get some shots on net. There haven't been a lot of good Raider shots yet. We've seen a couple of good headers recently, but just trying to get those balls on net is the most important thing thus far.
Thank you, Hudson. Hudson doing a great job already. And his first year with this Raider Sports Network team, he's done awesome. He came on at halftime to do our halftime show of the football game and our post-game recap. He did a great job, so great to have him with us here for some soccer action. Great game for you today. We've seen a 1-1 game, a lot different from the Raiders' last two games, winning 7-1 and 7-0. So a lot different result thus far in this game. Raiders trying to get on the board. Here we go. Steered wide. Another Raiders throw now. Kylie Pendleton did a great job as well. Thank you for your time tonight, Kylie. She's been doing camera all night long as well.
Photography, make sure you clarify that.
Photography, I think, Jake.
All right. So the Raiders now with another throw, approaching 12 minutes. I think I said the word throw about 1,000 times today, so let's see if they can capitalize now. She's in front of the goal. Casey McCloskey tried the scorpion kick there, but it was blocked. Trying to control it now is Johnny Krapansky. Back to Scarth, back to Krapansky. Krapansky trying to get it back in to Hilt. The senior Hilt. Good cross in there.
Oh, just nearly.
Just
You
missed
said it, just
by
nearly
Galan.
wide by Luke Galan. Galan has played out of his mind the last few games. He got injured, came back and scored last game. So Luke Galan put up 2 goals last game and was the key player in that one. So trying to get him going. Now with it is Cameron Klein, the goalie. Another goal kick now. Klein with a great ball there. Trying to find their star, Chris Korn. Going out for another Ponderosa throw. Ponderosa just hanging in there right now. They've been dominated in the second half by time of possession, but they still have plenty of shots, had plenty of opportunities in the second half as well as the first half. They capitalized on one of those shots by Chris Korn, but tried to get that second one going. Haven't been able to do it, but the ball that hit off the post was their greatest opportunity so far. Long throw in there to the box. Here's Korn. Korn with it. Shot just steered wide there. Great opportunity by Ponderosa.
Ponderosa's been moving it up the field with ease so far this game. Raiders need to buckle down on D very quickly.
Yes, indeed.
That's right. You got to be careful of this Ponderosa team. This defenders, Johnny Kerpansky, Braden Murphy, all got to step up right now, along with Alex Billings. He's been great all night long.
We mentioned it earlier, Jake. All the seniors on this team, can they lock down, come through in the clutch, and make a play? Obviously, McCloskey's been the guy so far this year and so far tonight. We'll see if anyone else can step up and try to score a goal in this final 10 minutes.
Hard hit there on Nico Carrera. That's going to draw a foul. Braden Murphy now going to get the strike. He's done great at these penalty kick opportunities all year long. Ball's placed at the 37-yard line.
There's no one you'd rather have doing a strike than Braden Murphy, Jake. We'll see what he comes through with here.
There's a great ball from Murphy. Great save there, followed by Cameron Klein, and a booming punt. They're trying to get going quick. Murphy unable to get control of that one. Here comes Cameron Korn. Korn the other way. Chris Korn, that is. Korn is a little shaken up on that play. Nice ball there. It'll go out wide for a Ponderosa throw once again. Under 10 minutes now, getting to the end of this one. Still 1-1 as a score. It's been a great one all day long. Great to have you with you here on the Raider Sports Network. Myself, Cameron Kreitz, Hudson Ridley, Kylie Pendleton, Patrick Carlson, all here with you tonight, bringing you this awesome game. 1-1, still the score. Looks like the clock got a little messed up there.
And I think we just saw Chris Korn head to the sidelines right there.
That's a brutal blow. If Korn is out, that's a huge blow to this Ponderosa team. He's their best player. He's already got 1 goal tonight. He's the captain of the Ponderosa team, so that would be a big blow to that team.
See what Kerpansky can do here, Jake. And try to work magic. He gets it through there. Back to him.
Ponderosa playing with a lot of energy right now. Trying to catch this Regis team back on their heels. Strike when the time is right.
I agree. In games like these, it's all going to come down to who wants it more. Who's going to make the big play. Right now, it looks like Ponderosa.
Looks like the Raiders are going to have a sub check in a second. It's going to be a throw for Ponderosa. Here's Chris Korn.
The Raiders going to try to get Eli Hilt back in the game for this final stretch.
There's his brother, Daniel Hilt, with it. Great defensive play there. This will be a Raiders throw. Approaching 7 minutes left. Johnny Kerpansky with it. Going back to his teammate, Braden Murphy. Trying to work out of the back. A little confusion there.
We see one of the most dangerous weapons for the Raiders, Luke Gallant, subbing out of the game for Eli Hilt. Interesting move there by Coach Rick Wolf, probably trying to give him a breather so he can go back in for the final stretch, Jake.
That's right. Eli Hilt just about unstoppable on that left side with that left-footed boot. He's just excellent with his left foot, so that's probably why Coach Wolf wants to bring him in. But you're right, Luke Gallant has had the hot hand recently, so bringing him out is a little concerning. There's a foul called, so it's going to be another Raiders free kick now. See if they have Braden Murphy take it. He most likely will. Try and bring everybody into the box now. Hudson, how do you take advantage of this free kick here?
Well, I say you just try to get it in deep, try to push the pace. There hasn't been a lot of tempo dictated by the Raiders today, so just trying to get it in there, trying to get a strike on goal as quick as possible, or just keep it in their half at this point.
And there's a strike by Braden Murphy, as he mentioned, giving the Raiders an opportunity.
Oh!
Great save there by Cameron Klein,
missed.
though. Klein now is trying to start things off for Ponderosa, trying to get going quick.
Looked like Alex Billings was close to getting to that ball there. Unfortunately, goalie for Ponderosa was able to get to it first.
Here's
So
an
we got a
opportunity
one-on-one
now.
here.
It will be offsides. Haven't seen too many offsides calls tonight. We saw plenty of offsides last game. We were very frustrated about the calls last game, but the Raiders Jaron Johnson, if he were here today, would have said, oh, this is a lot better game being called by the referees. He was struggling to keep his breath going last game. He was very upset by the calls by the refs, but the Raiders having great calls both ways, so good job by the refs tonight. Approaching 5 minutes. Casey McCloskey pressing, trying to apply some pressure.
Great pressure there from Casey McCloskey.
Hilt on the backside.
Just tipped out.
Another save.
Older Hilt to Little Hill almost turned into a goal. Unfortunately, great save by the goalie.
And that hilt-to-hilt connection we're hoping to be able to call a lot this season, is because this season is only going to be the only year where you can call the hilt-to-hilt connection, guys. It's one of the Hilt's a senior, one of them's a sophomore, so last year we'll be able to say that. Daniel Hilt getting his first action on varsity this year. Eli Hilt, his 3rd season on varsity. He's been a force to be reckoned with this year, as has many of these seniors on this team. Here's one of those guys.
Great play by
Nick
Dermer. Just couldn't get the pass in.
Braden Murphy calling Trey Tallman to get it. Tallman now from his own 25. Great pass there. Now it's Braden Murphy. Murphy trying to get started from the back. See if he can find a guy. He will, and it's Hilt. Here's Kerpansky. Kerpansky trying to find someone. Looks like it's Alex Billings. Billings with it now. Plenty of time on that side. Looking for Hilt. Back to Billings. Can't get anything going now, and it's back to Ponderosa.
Billings gets it back, Jake. Great play.
Here's Dermer. Dermer working that sideline.
Outside to
Looking
Billings.
for Billings. Billings cross in. McCloskey shot scores! Casey McCloskey. What a beautiful one-timer! 2-1 Raiders. As you said it, what a shot there. Casey McCloskey, 2-1. Raiders getting on top. McCloskey's 2nd goal of the game. What a shot. What a finish. Raiders taking their first lead of the game.
Gosh, Jake, it seems like the expectations we put on this kid are unbelievable, yet he never fails to disappoint us. Seems like every game, Casey McCloskey, absolutely incredible. Who would have told you at the beginning of this season the player that would take over and just perform incredibly would be Casey McCloskey. He's the leader of this team right now. He's the one that puts them ahead with 4 minutes to go. Unbelievable.
7 goals on this season for Casey McCloskey. 2 of those coming in tonight. Excellent job getting this going for the Raiders. He's been their spark, their offensive power this game, their firepower, if you will. And McCloskey stepping up in a big way. Raiders now having to hold on to this 1-goal lead. They got 3 minutes to do it. What a job there by Casey McCloskey.
Now the strategy completely changes for the Raiders. Instead of trying to score that game-winning goal, you just got to take time off of that clock. Be patient. Don't try to force anything. Just take advantage of your opportunities and hope this clock runs out as fast as it can.
Just over 3 minutes left to go.
Gets taken down there, Jake.
He got clobbered on that play. He's coming up a little slow.
I think Ponderosa's getting a little frustrated with him. I would be if I were out there.
Definitely a very aggravated play right there.
Raiders, though, going to be able to wind down some clock here on this free kick. You'd love to see that. They'll see if they can get it going. Maybe even put one more goal on the board and end this one. Here we go. It's Braden Murphy, once again, 30-yard line, taking this kick. See if he can get it to McCloskey. They're looking for Casey McCloskey.
Just over his head, Jake. Oh, McCloskey almost had that one.
That would have been a hat trick. And that would have been another big one for the Raiders, but Raiders still up 1 goal. They're going to have to play hard in these last 2 minutes. Going to have to be aggressive. Got a 1-goal lead now on this Ponderosa team. Trying to keep their undefeated streak going. McCloskey now trying to get ahead on it. He's unable to. Ponderosa now trying to get it to Chris Korn, but great defense there. Here's Brendan O'Toole. Brendan O'Toole one-on-one. Brendan O'Toole shifty. Brendan O'Toole shot. Oh, my goodness.
Oh. Just by the post.
What a save there. Cameron Klein. He's been all over the place.
Almost had enough spin off the save.
Yeah.
To go right in.
I thought
just past the post.
I thought off the save there it would have turned to the left a little bit and gone back in, but so close there for Brendan O'Toole. He missed a shot. He missed a wide open shot earlier. I'm sure he would have loved to have that one. Could have put the game away.
Just an impeccable save there by Cameron Klein. We saw goalie coach Garrett Lohr put his hands on his head there. Couldn't believe the save there. So great job there from one keeper to another. 1 minute left remaining in this one. Raiders got the corner kick now. Be a short kick. Going to try and buy some time now in the corner. Driven back in. It's McCloskey trying to get the hat trick. Shot. Oh, my goodness.
Just over from Daniel Hilt.
He leaned back on that one, and you saw it there. Sky high all the way to Nebraska.
That one's going to keep him up at night, Jake. Luckily, the Raiders do have the lead with 50 seconds left, so hopefully that won't affect the result of this game.
Nice header there by McCloskey.
45 seconds left in this one.
Oh, McCloskey again.
Great move.
He wants the hat trick. Here comes Brendan O'Toole. O'Toole, shifty O'Toole. O'Toole. Brendan O'Toole shot. Saved there by Cameron Klein. 30 seconds now for Ponderosa. Trying to get anything going now, but the Raiders just playing amazing defense. Here's Daniel Hilt.
Good job by Hilt there, turning the corner.
Daniel, here he goes. He's got McCloskey in the middle.
Ooh.
Got outrun there.
Not a great move. Played body first. Needed to keep his attention towards the ball.
Luckily, it doesn't look like it'll do too much to affect this one as we're down under 10 seconds.
Clock winding down. This one's going to be over. Regis Jesuit Raiders, another win in the books, and they're moving to 4 wins, 0 losses, and 1 tie on the season, taking down Ponderosa. And just a heartbreather, guys. What do you think of this win?
Well, Jake, we said it all along. The factor into playing out how this game would turn out was these seniors. And in big mind today, it was Casey McCloskey. What an unbelievable performance. This team, filled with all the seniors that they have, you gotta be excited about what they're gonna do. This is such a talented team, definitely the best it's been in a while. And today's win, although it wasn't perfect, there were a lot of mistakes, and frankly, I believe it could have been not nearly as close as it was with all the open opportunities that the Raiders did have. But a win's a win. You gotta enjoy it, and I look forward to seeing where they go from here.
Take the dub, Regis.
As she said, take the dub from Kylie Pendleton. Raiders taking the dub tonight. 2-1 was the score over the Mustangs. Regis Jesuit Raiders with the win. They moved to 4 wins, 0 losses, 1 loss.
Woohoo.
1 tie.
Ponderosa, 1 tie, 0 losses. Ponderosa moving to 3 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie. Casey McCloskey scoring 2 goals along with the game winner. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Myself, Jake Stewart, along with Cameron Kreitz, Kylie Pendleton, Patrick Carlson, and Hudson Ridley. Thanks for tuning in for Raiders Sports Network. We got football with you on Thursday against Horizon. Stay tuned in as another Raiders team looks to go undefeated. Thanks for tuning in. Good night.
Good.